Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alicia. I post new tutorials every Thursday and sometimes I get another one in on the weekend or during the week, and I haven't been really good at that lately, and I know I've been saying that. It's like a broken record, but I'm trying really hard. So guess what? This week is not so much a tutorial week. I'm going to show you a tutorial on something, but it's not cup related because I'm doing a product review. So if some of you remember a couple months back, I did a product review on this glue gun. And I know some of you weren't crazy about it because it's big. And it is. It's a monster glue gun. But I actually really like this glue gun because it's got two power. It's got the high and the low temp. And it's a heavier glue gun, so it doesn't flop over like the minis do. So the company that had me test this for them reached out and asked if I'd be willing to test their glue. And so this glue, which isn't, I don't think it's in connection with this thing, but it's just glue, to give it a test. So this glue gun did come with glue sticks, and I really did like these when I was working on this wood project, and they held really well. And I actually had like misplaced them for a while, and so I was using the mini glue gun to glue the wood together, and it wasn't holding. So I thought that these held really well. So I'm going to do another wood project, and I'm going to use these and see how well it holds on the wood, and that's going to be my test for this week. So if you're interested to see what I'm gluing together, stick around and I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, so the project that I'm going to be working on, I am making this lantern out of, this wood lantern out of these tumbling tower blocks that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I am going to paint it using this Waverly paint that I picked up at Walmart on the clearance rack. You will also need your glue gun, a silicone mat, and a T-square. And I forgot later on that you're going to need some other stuff, which I'll talk about that later. So for right now, we're going to go, oh, that's the insert. So that's the frosted insert, which is a chopping mat from the Dollar Tree. And I'm sorry, I didn't have the original packaging. But that's what I put on the inside of this lantern, which is removable. So the first thing we're going to do is unpackage our tower blocks and pull the wrapping off of them. And I'm going to leave the wrapper on kind of the bottom because they will fall out and spill out all over the place. They're very small pieces, but they're really great for doing this project. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue 16 sets of 2 together. And so this is where your square comes in handy for keeping these blocks lined up. So you're just going to put a little dab of glue on the end. You're going to push it, push off any excess glue with your thumb. Make sure that, there's not a lot of excess hanging off. And then you're just going to go ahead and move along until you have 16 sets of these blocks. And that's going to be the start. And so it doesn't really take all that long. It's just kind of tedious because it is 16 sets. So then once you've got your 16 sets all done, we're going to start gluing these together. So we're going to take one set of 2. And then we're going to take a single block, we're going to put it to the left, and we're going to glue the block as you see me doing it right here. So I'll put a little dab of glue on there. Use your T-square again to line everything up nice, and you want them, all square, because if it's not, in the end, it's going to be all off. So you're going to continue to glue all these together until you get, I think, is it 8 sets? 8 sets of these. And so then once you get to your 8 sets, now you're ready to glue these and make your panels, your side panels. So you're going to take singles and you're going to glue them in the middle in between the blocks like I'm showing you here. So just do one at a time and start with gluing it to the bottom piece. Make sure again you're using your T-square to keep everything lined up. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to just put glue on those ends as you see me doing it here, and press it on for a second, and you're going to do this until you have 4 sets of these panels. And then once all these 4 sets of panels are put together, now you're ready to glue the panels together. And so you're going to Before that, make sure you scrape off any excess glue if you see any, you know, any big pieces or whatever. And you can do it afterwards. I like to do it before. So you just take my craft knife or your fingernail, and my fingernails are really short right now. So got some of that excess off. So now we're going to line this up, and I'm trying to show you, like, you know, how to do this. I can't explain it, but that's why visual is so great. And it's so great that we can do these videos for you so you can see exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to put glue, a dab, you know, a line on each, and I'm going to hold it there until it's secure. So it takes, you know, a few seconds for this. It like kind of bonds instantly, but it takes a few more seconds after that for it to really fuse and seal. So I'm going to put this on and hold it for a second, but it's quick to move on to the last piece so that you can move that to where exactly it needs to be. And it's hard to explain. So you see how like the right side's kind of off a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the left. And the glue is probably still a little soft on the right-hand side. So I want to go in fairly quickly and put the glue dabs on there. Then this way I can get I can get all of the sides bonded and even, if that makes any sense. It's hard to explain. It's just, you just gotta, you know, move quickly at this part. So I'm just holding it until it's bonded enough together. And then I realized, oh my goodness, the bottom pieces. I had forgotten to tell you that you need some sort of craft sticks, like popsicle sticks or something. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and this is what I'm going to use basically as the bottom. And you can do it with, you know, these craft sticks, or you can use it, you know, you can do like a more solid piece. It's up to you how you want to do it. Or you can even do like a felt piece or a, whatchamacallit, like a foam piece. Yeah, there you go. But I chose to use these craft sticks, and I'm cutting the ends off because it hangs over like just so slightly, just enough to where like it's just kind of lipping out. So I just trim them with scissors, like they're nice and easy, line them up, and then I'm just going to glue all these down one by one at a time, because the glue does dry fast. So I don't want to put a line and then try to put them all. The glue will be dry before I get to the end of it. So I'm just going to start and glue the end to end, and then the side piece too. Get that nice and secure, and then I'm just gonna glue each one individually again. And as I get to the end, I am going to glue that end like I did the first end. Like I'm gonna do the whole, I don't know, the two sides and then the long straight thing. You see, right there. That's it. And this craft stick hangs over just a little bit, so we're going to have to trim that off, but that's like super easy. Just make sure you get like a cutting mat, and I'm going to use my craft knife and score it down a couple of times until it just pops right off. So it's like really easy peasy. These craft sticks are pretty easy to work with. So you can cut them with scissors, and you can also cut them with your craft knife. So there you go. It's all done. Or it's all off. So now what I'm going to do is flip this upside down, and I am sorry for the echo. I am doing this again on my lunch hour, and I'm in an empty office, and I'm just going to glue like little feet. So I just take the blocks and put a bead of glue on there and just place them around, and I placed them kind of the wrong way. You should really do it the opposite way, because now when it's the long side is facing, you see like just the ends. You know what? That's personal preference. I'm not saying that I did it wrong. I shouldn't have said that. It's however you want to do it. So now that those feet are on, this is ready to be stained or painted. You can spray paint. You can use acrylic paint. You can use whatever you want. Oh, but before that, I'm going to do the insert. So this is the chopping mat from the Dollar Tree. It comes in a pack of 2, and this was in one of the other ones I did. So I'm going to use this as a template, and I measured it out, and I'm going to post the dimensions. I don't have them at the moment, but I'm going to rewatch this video because I know I was talking about it, and you see on the screen oh my goodness, I am like tongue-tied here. You can see the ruler with the measurements on there. And then I am going to cut it with a pair of scissors because that's how nice and easy it is to cut with. Or you can use a straight edge and use your craft knife to cut this. And I'm going to measure out where the folds are as well. And I think that center section is 4, and then it's like 4 3/4. I think that's what it came up with, or 5 3/4. I can't remember. All right, so I'm gonna mark it with a pencil, and I'm just gonna flip it over and fold it. So it's only long enough to do 3 sides. So then what I'm gonna have to do is, once this is folded, I'm gonna have to go with the bottom piece that was extra and measure out a piece the size of the centerpiece. So I think it's that 4-inch by wide piece to fit in there. So you see, I just put it in and just leave it. So you can glue it and make it permanent, or you can leave it like that to make it removable. It's up to you what you want to do. It's your project. And but that's what I like. I like when you're able to multi-purpose an item and be able to use it for a couple of different things. So here I am measuring out that one last end piece, and you just put it all in there. Make sure it fits all nice and good. And like I said, you can glue it or you can just leave it. And then after this, now that that's ready, now it's ready to be stained. I decided to paint this one, and I picked up this Waverly chalk acrylic paint at Walmart on sale for like 5 something. And so I'm going to give this one light coat, and I mean light because I want to see the wood grain through, so it gives like a whitewashed effect, and then this is done. All right, guys, so this is painted and drying, so I think I'm just going to do my final remarks while this is drying, and then afterwards, when it's all nice and dry, I'm going to take pictures and show you different ways to display this. But this was a product review, so I'm going to tell you what I think about these glue sticks. I give them a thumbs up. I tugged on this and I kind of played around with it a little bit before I painted it all, and just kind of, I mean, not like roughhousing it, because, look, it's wood, little wood pieces glued together, and if you throw it against the wall, it's going to fall apart. But overall, I give it, a thumbs up for stability. I felt like even after I painted over everything, it's still stable. Sometimes, things seep in. So I think I had this happen with this box where where I used the cheaper glue sticks and the stain seeped in, it loosened the glue and it came apart. So I'm not finding that with this. I will have to, I guess, test it with stain, but I really didn't want to do stain this time. And with the way I painted this, it took a little while because it's hand painted. So, you can spray paint these as well, and which is what I did with the black one, and I didn't show you. I'll take a picture and post it after this. But so overall, if you have a large glue gun like this monster and you need large glue sticks, I definitely recommend these, especially for wood projects. So I'm gonna have to test these out on other projects, but I think, wood is kind of like, if it holds the wood together, I feel like it's going to be fail safe for most other projects. Like if you're doing silk flowers or any of that stuff, I think you're going to have a really good bond with these sticks. So that is it for this product review, guys. I am definitely going to list and link down below these glue sticks with this glue gun, because I did do a review on this a couple months back, and I will post that above. I don't know which side, above. You'll see a link for it. So guys, if you like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, share, comment, hit that notification bell so that you see the next time I post a new video, whether it be a tutorial or a product review, because I do have one more product review coming up, and I'm excited about that one. It is a light pad. So I've been using it and testing it, and I love it, and it's gonna help with a lot of your weeding projects. So, all right, guys, I am out of here, and I will see you all next time. Bye. All right, so I'm sorry, one last thing before I actually go. I was editing my video, and I realized that I didn't mention that I didn't even go through one of these to do my project. So I just thought it might be worth mentioning that this glue, because it's such a big stick, does kind of go a long way. So just, you know, an afterthought. So, all right, now I'm going to go, guys. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.